Hi, I'm Robin from Rainbow Gardens, and this is Laura Jarvis from Rainbow Gardens.
Hi, everybody.
And today, Laura is going to teach me how to plant up some cool things in these Kokedama sets.
Oh boy. Just what you wanted to know, right? So, first of all, what is a Kokedama? Okay, so Kokedama means moss ball. Pretty cool. So you can do a lot of different things with these. These come already with a hanger. There's a lot of different ways you can do moss balls. You can make your own. I like to use sheet moss.
Okay.
The green sheet moss, you know, the stuff we have up for the fairy gardens and stuff. So you can do green sheet moss and you can roll it in a ball. Use
wire?
Fishing line is clear.
Okay.
So it makes the moss show up. So it's real pretty. And I've seen these done, you know, like on a pebble tray with a fern in it. Oh. But you can also hang them. You can do all kinds of different, you know, twine, strings, whatever you like to hang them. I like these because they're already pre-made.
Yes. And
we do have these for sale.
Okay.
So this is super fast and super easy if y'all want to check these out. So today, how about we do a staghorn fern?
Perfect.
You want to try
that?
that?
Sounds great. Okay.
Yeah?
Sounds good.
So for those of you out there who do not know what a staghorn fern is, you have to go out and track down a staghorn. Not really. Yeah, we drum roll, please. So we're gonna make a mess, which is always fun. But I really want to show you guys this because this is super cool. They have a really odd root system. It's very, very, very fibrous. You will see the staghorn ferns mounted on pieces of wood.
Okay.
A lot of times they'll be in a big fat cocoa basket with maybe some of our sphagnum moss. This gets to look like a big round top of a deer's head.
Oh.
Right here, it's real flat and real wide. And so what's going to happen is this will come around the outside of this nice little ball, and as this grows, this will take over the outside. So for today, we're going to put this in our Kokedama, but you all could do them in a lot of different ways. We just happen to like the way this looks, right?
Yes, definitely.
So we are going to start by putting a little bit of sphagnum moss in a bucket and soaking it. So y'all saw this moss, right? This is what we call a long fiber sphagnum moss.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna get a little bucket of water and I'm gonna soak this. We don't wanna use it dry because it will tend to repel. Oh. So what we're gonna do is just kind of line the inside of this with this moss.
All right.
And that's gonna prep it for these funny little fibrous roots that these have. And I'm not gonna put too much because these happen to be a little 4-inch pot.
So just a little bit.
So just a little bit down at the base, kind of like line it.
Oh, line it, okay.
Yeah, like you would like a pie crust or something.
Gotcha, okay.
Us girls, we do cooking terms, you know, and there's some guys out there that cook better than I do, so.
So we're lining it like this.
Just a little.
Just a little bit, okay.
And then this, we're gonna probably take just a little bit of the soil off very carefully. But see how weird the roots are?
Yes, I do. That is very interesting.
And then when we think our sizes are about right, we are going to set this little guy right down the center of this. Okay. And then I'm going to very carefully grab this and kind of stuff my sides. Because this is round, you know, it's going to be a little wide down inside there, and you can feel it with your fingers, not so much see it.
Gotcha.
That makes sense?
It does.
So we're gonna if you have a
Carefully
chance
take
and you
that
can
off.
get this weird little back flare, I wonder if there's a name for that. This little flare where it comes out.
There is, but I forgot.
It's really cool.
Yeah, we'll have to look that up.
I never knew that.
I didn't either.
So we're just going to kind of stuff this in.
Okay.
Shield frond.
A
Shield frond.
Oh,
Well, of
very
course.
good. Well, you learn something new every day.
See, you guys are teaching me stuff. Okay.
All right.
So once that's in,
Now
we're
moving my soil.
done. Believe it or not, I
Wow,
know it.
that was easy.
It is. It's really easy. But
Super easy.
But the neatest thing is how this thing looks. And now everybody has to have one, right?
Yes.
And
Carefully put that in.
Right.
Okay. All right.
so is that too cool or what?
That is awesome.
And honestly, I like maybe a little piece of that green sheet moss or reindeer moss, something that's a little green, just over this top. It will fill in and you won't see it later, but until it does, I always like my things to look super, super, super good.
Uh-huh.
So I would probably stick a little piece of some maybe reindeer moss or something like that right there and make it look
Just to
real
fill it
showy.
in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
That would be nice.
Plus, if you're giving this for a gift, or sometimes we want to do something really cool when we got friends coming over. It's like you're running around doing all these really fun, nifty little things, so your friends go ooh and ah.
Right.
So yeah, you want it to look
Especially
good.
your plant friends.
Yeah. So that's it.
That was super easy.
It is. It really is, and it just looks so, so, so neat.
Now, how do we care for these? Can these be indoor, outdoor? What do we do with these?
Perfect question. Okay, so as you see, this is moss.
Yes.
So when we water it, it goes all over everywhere. So I don't really put these indoors unless I'm going to take this over to the sink, water it really good, let it drain, and then put it back.
Okay.
I honestly love these out underneath the big shade trees or on my patio.
Okay.
Entryway going into the house, right up next to the door or something, and that way you can just hit it with the hose.
Perfect.
Now, outside, I'm going to want this in part shade. I don't ever want the hot sun of South Texas hitting this because it's going to burn it up.
Yes.
The other thing is it's very small, so it's going to dry out pretty fast.
Yes.
So I'm going to check it every day. If it's moist, no big deal, just let it go. If it looks like it needs some water, I'm going to spritz it down really good with that hose end sprayer.
Okay.
Make sure it's dripping. And this is a fern. So if we want to give it a little bit of extra energy, a little bit of extra food,
yes,
it's going to love something really stinky like fish emulsion.
Okay. Okay.
But what's our alternative that we do that's not stinky?
The Grow Big from Fox Farm.
Absolutely. So
Yes.
you can use it. It's a liquid, so you can put it in a spritzer bottle and you can spritz that on, or you can put a little bit of a drench on the soil and spritz it. And that will help your fern to grow faster.
Perfect.
So we want this thing to get really big really fast.
And then when it gets cold outside, when does this guy need to come in?
Absolutely. It has to come in, I would say mid-40s.
Mid-40s. All
Yeah,
right.
because anything below mid-40s on all of our tropical and subtropical things is going to start spotting them, or they're going to get yellow edges. So I bring them in before they start spotting.
Okay.
The other thing too is if you bring those in before it gets below the mid-40s, they don't have as much of a like rebound from outdoors to indoors. They don't have that adjustment. It's a little bit easier for them, and it doesn't put them in as much stress.
Okay.
So they won't lose as many leaves when you bring them in. So yeah, very important.
Okay, wonderful.